Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Yes, yes, yes.
That's right, baby.
We's back.
We's back. We're back for another episode of the Mind Behind the Curtain. We're so excited to bring you another episode during these times of recovery. We're kind of recovering, right? As human beings, we're recovering. We're dealing with a pandemic. We're dealing with a virus. We're dealing with war, bro. Mm-hmm. And and that brings up the topic of this episode. What does it mean to be human? And we're gonna start with Katana, right? Asking Katana.
Let me ask.
Yeah, let's ask.
What does it mean to be human?
Being human means 1. To have the ability to communicate systematically using words, symbols, body gestures/posture, and facial expressions. 2. To make our own decisions and bear the consequences of them. 3. To make and wear clothing, accessories, and other necessities for human life.
All right, man. So
hope they don't mean masks.
Well, in those three things that were told to us, one of them is communication.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Language, body language, posture, symbols,
free
will, and throughout history, throughout mankind's history, right? mankind history, since we were classified as Homo sapiens, right? Mm-hmm. We've come up with ways of communicating.
Yes.
Right? So that's one of the things that has made us human, right?
Yeah, we've evolved from carvings, paintings. All that was communication back then.
Right.
On rocks.
Lost my lid.
On rocks and on granite, on different slabs of type of rock and all that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen a lot of illustrations back in the day during the Homo sapien by caveman and all that, right?
Yeah.
Where they would actually have these paintings of dinosaurs, some even UFOs, strange creatures, all this stuff, right? That's a form of communication. But was that a form of communication for them, between themselves, or was it for us actually, for the future?
Right. Well, I think, for sure, they've left an imprint for us to relate back to how it was back in their time. Mm-hmm. And for sure, they're leaving a message for the people or the humans of the future. For sure, 100%.
Yeah. Even though they didn't even know that we're going to have a future.
Right. It was uncertain.
Because they thought they were the only ones.
And
we wanted to illustrate, yes, we are the only ones. Let's do our
let's draw some cows and some dinosaurs and men wearing helmets. And I think the idea behind that is that we are leaving a mark. And it's interesting because right now we have technology, we have like radio signals, and we have television, we have internet, we have all this information that it's out there right now. Mm-hmm. So we went from putting it on a wall, and now we're putting into like this virtual cloud, that who knows who's picking it up, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? And who knows if it's being sent out and then it's going to loop back into some type of future civilization.
One thing that's picking this up is AI.
Right.
Now, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Because I just recently heard they're trying to build an AI god.
Right. And that brings back the theory about us being some intelligent design, right? That we were intelligently designed by some alien
Anunnaki.
Some alien race, or perhaps some AI, because now you have all this cloning and messing around with people's DNA, and we don't know where it's going to go.
And on top of that, they're saying that we're in a simulation matrix.
Right. Yeah, and everybody's talking about the metaverse and the multiverse.
So what if it's AI that actually produced us and we're just synthetic beings?
That's right.
But we're also just in the matrix.
Yeah, we're in the matrix, and whatever we're doing here, it's actually metaphysical, or because we feel what we touch. We feel, when we get an injury or we suffer from something.
But that's exactly like the new technologies that's coming out for the metaverse. I guarantee you they have the goggles first, but they're going to have these gloves. They're going to have some type of footwear. They're going to have sexual things as well. Yeah. You know, it's going to go. Sure. It's going to go all the way out, you know, they're going to put it. And you're going to be able to touch and feel. Yeah. You're going to be having that sensation, that emotion at the same time, right?
Yeah, because we'll have the technology that will actually tap into your senses. Yeah. And it will have some sensors. Sensors that will actually feel real. Yeah. Just like in the movie The Matrix, when they're actually in the Matrix, but they're actually laying down on a bed.
But if they fall feel or
you
see them shake and shiver
and they bleed. So if the theory behind that is if the brain actually sees it or feels it,
they believe it's real.
Then the body actually feels it too.
Exactly.
Well, that's one part. The other part is, what it said there. The clothing that we wear,
fashion in general.
Does that make us human, right?
Well, I mean, we could look at it as.
Because
materialistic, in a lot of ways. Because there's Gucci, there's Louis Vuitton, there's this, so it makes you feel superior, than others when you're wearing those type of clothing. Right. When it's name brands, right?
So let's just say, let's say that if monkeys ever started designing their own clothing, would that classify them as human or some type of Homo sapien beings that are actually evolving? Because that's what happened to us at one point. We started covering up our privates, you know what I mean? And then that's what actually elevated us to the next step of being human, right?
But what made us evolve, how fast we have evolved from that to this, you know what I mean? Something pushed us towards that. Yeah. But I mean, I look back at the clothing scenario still, the materialisticness of it all, right? I remember growing up as a kid, there was no real name brands and everybody had the same stuff and we all loved each other and we wouldn't tease each other about, your kicks are worse than my kicks or
they're not expensive as mine.
Exactly. We never had that. I remember I had Hutch pants. I remember Adiadoras. I remember Reeboks when they first came out, but they were cheap and everybody was able to afford this shit.
And I don't want to say they were cheap, but they were more affordable. Not like now everything is blown out of proportion, man. The prices,
it's nuts. It's insane.
They inflated the prices, obviously. When you compare like a nice pair of shoes that you buy like at a boutique store, right? Or let's say that you go and get like some really nice brand name shoes or running shoes like Nike, high performance shoes like Nike or Adidas, whatever. Yeah. And they're super comfortable and you wear them to actually, play in them because of the sport that you're playing, like basketball, soccer, whatever. And they actually are really nice because the materials are better. You're really getting the leather. But then there's the imitation version of that shoe somewhere, like at Walmart. I don't want to say
more than now than ever before.
Walmart, Sears, whatever.
Yeah, we're talking
the Bay, and then you go and buy that shoe. Yeah. You put it on to go and play your sport or whatever, and you feel the difference, man. Yeah. Because you feel like the quality is not the same.
Yeah. But I remember
it's cheaper than the one that.
But I still remember going like when I was a kid and going to Army and Navy and getting Diadoras.
And they were the real stuff.
And they were the real shit.
Yeah, real shit.
And I remember they had this little bin. And you'd be going there and trying to find your size. You'd find one and then you'd try to find the other and it wouldn't be there and you'd be mad.
That's right. That's right.
Fuck, where's the other one, man? Shit.
It's like, why'd you take one shoe?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, man. Well, that's the thing about, what makes us human. Covering ourselves up and identifying with our tribe, so to speak, or to the place we live. Like if you go to New York, everybody dresses different in New York versus somewhere in the Middle East. You go to the Middle East where obviously religion has a very influenced the fashion where a lot of people don't wear almost the same thing.
Not even close.
Right.
I mean, we could also look, as you just said, look at how Malcolm X was wearing suits and everything, right? Yeah. But then his higher ups were wearing the other fashion,
like the Muslim,
the actual Muslim outfits, right?
That's right.
So I mean, once again, it's when you look at human beings evolving from wearing nothing to something, and then you're saying bring apes into it or monkeys into it.
Like, yeah, imagine if monkeys start wearing their own shit. Because, fucked. There's monkeys out there now that are using tools and shit.
Dude, like I saw one riding a bike the other day.
They're definitely capable of doing a lot of human stuff.
Well, you know why? Because now scientists are tapping into their brains.
For sure.
And they're doing experiments and they're trying to find out stuff.
For years. Now, they've been doing it for years.
Well, yeah, but you know why they're doing it?
Why?
For us.
Okay. Yeah.
For us.
For us to see it and witness it?
No, not us to... No, for us. They're going to do that shit to us to change us.
Oh, right.
So they're basically the test dummies, right?
Well,
and then for Neuralink and all that, that's going to be us. Yeah. And that's what they're doing working on with these monkeys right now, this Neuralink kind of shit.
That's scary stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And see, and now that brings up the other topic of what makes us human. The way that we react to certain comments, the way that we react or interact with our body language, our words, our decision making. Mm-hmm. That's what makes us human. You know what I mean?
Emotions, feelings, interaction with one another.
Like it separates us from, I wouldn't say so much from animals, because there is a lot of animals that act based on instinct and based on emotions. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of pet owners can relate to this. When they come home and they see their dog wagging their tails, and super happy to greet them, that's an emotional greeting moment, you know, that your dog is telling you, hey, where you been, man? I missed you. Or it could be like, I'm hungry.
I want to take a shit or a piss.
Come on, take me out, man. I've been here for 8 hours, 10 hours already. But that's an emotion, right?
Yeah. So well, they say that we're so close to being like jellyfish and dolphins. Mm-hmm. We're so similar, our DNA.
Yeah.
And the way we react and have emotions. I mean, you look at dolphins and they are so close to us emotionally, and they feel a lot of things that we can feel, right?
For sure.
And then jellyfish, I don't know where they got that from, because those things just go
and they just seem like they run on some type of like light or energy.
It's weird. Like we are built with light and energy,
and that's the thing,
right? So that could be the part of it,
and,
right?
And now more than ever, like people are tapping into their spirituality, their G, their they have this Reiki massage therapy now, Qigong, all this stuff that. Now it's more than ever that
higher level of consciousness
are saying, "Hey, we are beings that are made out of energy."
Yeah.
One of the other things too that makes us human is the consequences that we have to deal with when we make decisions. Right? Like,
that's because we have free will. Or we think we have free will. There you go.
So we bear these consequences because we believe we have the free will to make these decisions. Mm-hmm. And we do. We have the free will to do it. Obviously, like right now, in a lot of places around the world, because of this pandemic, a lot of that free will is taken away. And a lot of people feel like this freedom is being taken away from them. Mm. So in a sense, a little bit of their humanity is being taken away. And that hurts us.
A lot of it.
That hurts. That hurts a lot, man.
Not a little bit, a lot of it.
Why are you stripping us from a human thing? You know what I mean? That we're so used to.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's being abusive to us. That's what they're trying to do. Abuse their authority. Abuse their government outreach. Overreach, I should say.
Yeah.
And
nobody's held accountable for it.
No one ever will be accountable for it.
It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's sad, man. This is not, I'm going to cry now.
It is sad. But, all right, man. Well, let's wrap up this episode on what it means to be human. We want you to think about that, and we want you to ask yourself, what does it mean for you to be human? And that's my question to you, man.
What makes me human, or what?
No, you don't. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot, bro. But what does it mean to be human to you? Like
me?
Yeah.
Well, this is the difference. Okay, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I feel that the elements out there that have power, they look at us as being existent, not being alive, right?
Okay.
Or living. I feel that there's entities out there. I'm not going to say government. I'm not going to say elites. I'm not going to say, corporations.
Yeah, whoever's controlling us from not living.
That want us to, be consumers and have consumerism, And I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is...
what are you saying, man? What are you saying? Come on, spit it out.
The powers that be, which I don't know who they are.
You want me to go back to the question?
But I think they think we only exist.
Okay.
Right? For their personal use of us.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. And I believe being human is living, being alive.
For sure.
And having the free will, the freedom to do what you want to do in this world while you're here, but also feel the emotions, the feeling, the crying, the smiles, the pain, the hurt, and also the disappointments, the frustrations of everything that you've gone through, because that's being human, man.
That's right.
It's all about consequences, like you said, but it's also about experiences.
Oh, for sure, man.
All about experiences. If you don't have experiences, you ain't human.
So for you, being human is experiences.
Yeah.
Experiencing the life of a human.
Life, but
the current life, and the current
not
life.
The current life.
Not the current life.
No, I'm talking about the life that I used to remember.
Before the pandemic.
Exactly. I'm talking about where we were able to do what we were able to do.
For sure, 100%.
Right?
For me, being human, what it means for me to be human is a process of trial and error.
Experiences.
So basically, because you learn through these experiences.
Exactly.
When you're born, and this is what I always tell my family, is that when you're a child, if you just look at a child that it's waking up to its consciousness, right? Yeah. Maybe at the age of 8 months, or maybe at the age of 1 or 2, whenever that kid or that child starts opening up his eyes or her eyes and realizing, I exist. I am here on this planet. What the hell? Man, to us, some parents are 18, some parents are 20, whatever. But to us, we've already had a lot of time on this planet to figure out what it means to be human. Yeah, but that child at that moment, everything is brand new. Everything is new, man. Yeah. So it takes a lot of trial and error to figure out what are the things you like, what are the things you don't like, what are the things that are right, what are the things that are wrong, And also you need to have somebody that will guide you through all this process of trial and error. Because, man, even at the age that I am right now, which I'm not going to disclose, I'm still doing trial and errors, man. I'm still learning. And it's part of our evolution, right?
Yeah.
Like look at all the people that are right now trying to figure out what's really going on. It's
also about acceptance, right?
Yeah.
You have to accept who you are,
100%
coming into this world, right? To be that human that you are, right? If you don't accept that, I'm sorry.
and that's the thing. We've gone so far in terms of accepting one another, And today, before I got in the elevator, I didn't accept these people that didn't let me in the elevator, man. I was very
very much.
Thank you. Yeah, the other elevator is broken. Let me in. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's horrible.
But I forgive them and I say,
no, you don't.
Each one of them that was in the elevator, right?
He's saying that just in case the motherfuckers is looking.
Just can't wait until it's my turn. But that's what it is, man. All right, well, let's wrap it up. And thank you for watching.
And wait for the next episode of Mind Behind the Curtain. And leave them thumbs up, thumbs down. Give us a comment.
That's right.
Leave anything that you have to suggest for us to talk about.
Exactly.
Whatever, man. And soon we will have a GoFundMe coming, because we are trying to bring this to the next level, people. The next level.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on how we can go about, raising some funds for this podcast, because we want to take it to the next level, people.
Yes,
we want to bring you more content.
Full time.
Yeah. full out. So if you enjoy watching it or just hearing us, while you're falling asleep,
subscribe
or cooking or
falling
whatever.
asleep. What is this guy talking about falling asleep? This content's great, man.
It's amazing. It's keeping you awoke. We're out.
We out.
Behind the curtain with your hosts, Alex and Jose.
What up, y'all?
How y'all doing? Get ready, because we're going to talk about the king of the gang.